Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming at you with another handbag review, and this time we're looking at my beautiful Boetie PM. Now there may be many of you who have not ever seen this bag before, and that's because it wasn't made for very long. So it was only made for a few years, maybe between 2009 and 2012. So let's take a look at the bag. So here's the front of the bag. So we have that soft and smushy monogram canvas, and as you can see, the monogram canvas is pleated along the top here. Then we have a vachetta top trim, vachetta handles, a vachetta piece here that goes over the turn lock, and we can see we have beautiful gold hardware. So this turn lock here has the LV logo here, and this also looks really similar to what the stressor bag looks like. We've got that strap with the turn lock, then we've got the gold hardware here with the straps are. Now if we look at the back of the bag, it looks really similar to the front with the pleated monogram canvas, top vachetta trim, and the vachetta handles with the gold hardware as well. So this is what the side looks like. So we've got vachetta piping along the sides, plus we've got this vachetta panel here which goes from the side down to the bottom, and then there's two studs or 2 feet there and 2 feet there, and each of the feet say Louis Vuitton on it, and it's the same with the other side. So that's what the bottom looks like. So the piping that goes all the way around, and then we've got the vachetta piece here with those 2 feet and 2 feet there again. Now please ignore these ribbons for now, I'll get to those in a minute, I added those in myself. So let's open the bag up. So this is all vachetta here. Now this top trim of vachetta extends all the way to where the zipper is. If you're looking for the heat stamp, it's at the end of the zipper. So this one is Louis Vuitton made in France. We've got this big beautiful zipper head here, which for people who've been buying Louis Vuitton for some years may recognize. For the inside we have that beige micro suede or Alcantara lining, and it's one big main compartment with 2 slip compartments there. So we've got those old telephone compartments, and then we've got another slip compartment here. Now if you're looking for the date code on this bag, it's in the front right hand corner here, just along the top, just here of where the Alcantara lining is. So my one reads FL 2029. So this is the modern date code nomenclature. So FL is one of the letters codes that stands for made in France, and 2029, so the first and third digits represent the week of the year it was made, so that is 2 and 2, so that's 22nd week, and the second and fourth digit represent the year, which is 09. So this was made in France on the 22nd week of the year 2009. So this bag was not produced for very long, and actually this bag was part of a Boetie range. So I'll just insert some pictures here of what was included in the range. So you can see there's a wallet, there's the Boetie PM, which is a handheld bag, and that's what I've got here today. There's a Boetie MM, which is a shoulder bag, so the straps are longer than the Boetie PM. And there was a Boetie GM, which looks like a bigger version of the Boetie PM with those handheld straps, but it also comes with an additional long shoulder straps. So let me go through the purchase story of this bag here for you. So this is the very first Louis Vuitton bag I had ever purchased, very first, before I'd started buying any of the vintage bags. And so the story at the time was, this was 2018, and one of my family members was about to receive a Louis Vuitton bag, or their first Louis Vuitton bag as well, for a special birthday. And I started researching to see what would be a good suggestion for this present, and that's when I started learning about Louis Vuitton, the different prints, the monogram, the damier ben, damier azur, and the different leathers like the vachetta or the treated leather. And then I started to realize that maybe the vachetta was too fussy. So at first we were thinking about getting the Touraine PM, which as you know is monogram and vachetta as well, and I started to become worried that the vachetta might be too fussy for that person and they might get water spots and etc. on it. So I was thinking either to get to suggest a damier ben bag, or if we were going to go monogram with the vachetta, then maybe a pre-loved bag would be better, because if you got any stains it would be less painful. So I came across this bag while browsing on eBay, and it was being sold by a private seller here in Australia, and they were selling it for $600 at the time. No, sorry, they were selling it as an auction, and when I won the auction it got to $600. So I thought this would be a good alternative to the Touraine at the time, because it had those short straps, and I could figure out a way to add a crossbody strap to it. So we kind of have the same elements, the gold hardware, the vachetta, the monogram, and I could make the strap work, or suggest ways to make the strap work. So in the end, this turned out not to be a suitable present for that person, and so I ended up keeping the bag for myself, and actually I don't regret it at all. I love it. So let's talk about these ribbons here. So I'm a crossbody girl. I don't like to be handheld all the time. Even though this looks beautiful, it's not practical for me. So at first what I was doing was attaching my lobster claws of my crossbody straps directly onto the hardware like so. And I was doing that for a while, but then I started to notice lots of little scratches appearing on my hardware. And as you can see, this hardware is kind of chunky. So only big enough lobster claws would go over it too. So I started seeing lots of scratches on my hardware there. And then I started noticing some wear happening to the glazing on these leather pieces. So I needed to come up with an alternative solution for attaching my crossbody strap. So that's where I thought about using these thin ribbons to thread through the leather, the same leather that the hardware was going through. And so that's how I now attach my crossbody straps, and I've been doing that for about 2 years. So I'll just show you some mod shots with the different ways I wear this bag and the different straps I wear it with. So the very first strap that I really was happy with wearing it with was this strap that I kind of half made myself. So I'll just insert a picture of the strap that I originally bought. So as you can see here, it's a leather piece with chains going down, with one chain going down each side. So then what I did was I then got that long chain on each side and I split it into 2 portions, and now I have both portions attached to this D-ring here. So because the strap only came with 2 lobster claws, I was then needing to get additional lobster claws, so I had to get 2 extra lobster claws because now I have 4 pieces of chain. And then for the leather part, the strap originally was not adjustable, and I wanted it to be adjustable in its function. So I ended up cutting it and turning it into 2 pieces. And I used some watch clasp that I bought from eBay to make this little contraption here. And then I punched holes in it. I punched 1 hole at the end here and 1 hole here, so I have 2 lengths to play with, and I can make more holes if I need to, but I haven't needed to use more holes yet. And then I made just this little loop, it looks terrible in the back, out of the same leather strap. So now I have this shoulder strap which has 4 lobster claws, so I'll just attach that for you so you can see. So this is what the bag looks like as a shoulder bag with my DIY strap. So I really like shoulder bags that come down to this length here. They have this big gap between my underarm. So that way I can just open the bag and see what's in the bag from just a standing position without having to kind of tilt it to myself or anything. It's just a really easy visible view. And at this length I don't even need to do the zipper up. I can just use the turn lock clasp and this strap here, or sometimes I don't even use the turn lock clasp and just have the strap hanging over it like that. So that's what it looks like as a shoulder bag. And when I have my additional straps on, I don't often use the handheld strap because I don't want to touch the vachetta too much. So that's what it looks like with that strap. I haven't seen this sort of strap being sold on eBay, that's why I kind of decided to DIY it myself. So the next strap I'm going to show you is this vachetta strap here. This is a strap that I bought from an eBay seller based out in China. And it's similar to the Speedy B strap because it's got 3 pieces to it. So now this is what the bag looks like as a long shoulder bag. So as you can see, that looks really cute. And here's the bag as a crossbody bag. So this is the way I usually wear it now. So it's quite comfortable. If you do have the bag really full and it's really heavy, it can start to dig into the shoulder. But any heavy bag would dig into the shoulder. Now I had to spray this with a water protectant spray as well. So as you can see, the vachetta on the strap and the shade of the vachetta on the bag are really similar. This has patinaed a little bit because I have had it for nearly 3 years. And previously, when I used to go out to have breakfast or lunch, I did like to sit outside. Now, if you're interested in seeing what the bag looks like with a black strap, so this is again another Speedy B style strap, 3 pieces, but this is black this time from that same seller. So there it is, crossbody. So even with the black strap, it looks nice. There it is. Now, if you're someone who likes gold chains, and I'll just demonstrate that for you as well. So this is a thicker gold chain here, and this is a shoulder bag length. So it's too short to go crossbody, and that's what it looks like with a gold chain. So it looks quite nice too. Let's take a look at the size of the bag. So the length at the base, which is the widest part, is about 34 centimeters, which is about 13 inches. And the height of the bag is about 23 centimeters, which is about 9 inches. And the width at the bag of the bag at the base is about 10.5 centimeters, which is about 4.25 inches. So as you can see, this is not a small or mini or nano bag by any means. So let's take a look at what fits in our bag. So I usually carry a full-size wallet. When I have this bag, I can carry a bottle of water. I carry baby wipes because it's a Vachetta bag, or wet wipes, so if I have greasy hands I can clean them. Pack of tissue, again because it's a Vachetta bag, need to clean my hands before I touch it. Keys. Power bank. Grocery bag. Okay, so let's see if this closes up. Yes, it does. And that's how much tension the zipper is under at the moment. So you can see a little bit of curliness there. Now if I was to swap my full-size wallet out for my smaller one, and if I was to take out the bottle of water, then I'll be able to get my Bose headphones in. So as you can see, it is quite a big bag if you can fit in those full-size headphones. And so that's what the bag sort of looks like when it's full. So I'll just put the crossbody strap back on so you can see. So there it is full. So what I've done with the straps here, you can also do with another similar Louis Vuitton bag called the Tivoli PM. It's got a really similar layout. So again, if you don't want to attach the crossbody straps to the hardware directly, you could consider adding or looping small pieces of ribbon through the metal parts, or through the leather parts, and then attaching your strap to those pieces of ribbon. Now in terms of current prices, so on eBay this bag is currently going for over $1,000. There's not many for sale, and the ones that are for sale are quite expensive. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is this a bag you've seen before? And if so, is this one you'd consider for yourself? I think I got a really good price for it, so 600 Australian dollars at the time. Thank you, and have a nice day. See you, bye.